Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our Indy. This is Captain April, and these are the days of our Indy. Okay, let's put the psychological stuff away for a second. Indy, let's take a look at why your business is kind of failing right now. A number of things have happened here, and a lot of it kicking off when you came out. That precipitated a lot of changes that did not play into the business model you had set up to this point. So, let's see what happened here. You start trying to incorporate a lot of boy content, which nobody really signed on for, not in any big numbers. You got your handful of sycophantic grooming groupers there, but that's not your audience, really. Your audience is guys like me, okay? Old white guys who like to watch, girls get naked and do things. And you had that extra little thing. You had the kind of, slutty girl next door type of thing, Like I said, a lot of, face of a Disney princess, mind of an axe murderer. That's a great sense of humor and creativity and a great combination. You built the plan, and you were doing damn good at that. You had those 2 awards, sitting back there. And that showed that you were constantly highly ranked on that site. Consistently in the, above 30. Sometimes there was a few times you're in the top 25. But then you had this epiphany. We're not going to where it came from, if it was organic or somebody planted the seed there and it sprouted later. But suddenly you're a guy and you're going to now do some guy. Well, the thing is, all right, your existing audience ain't buying it for a lot of reasons. One, they were not into that sort of thing anyway. And 2, it's a fundamental thing of you never lie to your audience. And it doesn't matter if you're lying to yourself in the process. You're lying to the audience. They're not buying it because you told me your transition. You haven't transitioned. You got short hair. Lots of girls have short hair. Your buddy Lana's kind of got short hair, okay? You got what you got is a pixie cut, which is a girl's haircut. So you haven't done anything. You're on a binder. So what? You haven't done anything. You're not gonna do anything really to actual meaningful transition here. It means it tells everyone out there and really not serious about this. Again, it doesn't matter what you think. It's what comes across to your audience, and this is showbiz. And you know enough, you got to give the audience what they want. So you're still flashing the titties here and there and still doing occasional girl content. But ostensibly, really, none of it's really boy content. Because let me tell you something, No, I'm not a gay man, but I am a man. So I can tell how the male mind works. Even the gay male mind. They're not into pussy. If they were, they wouldn't be gay. Calling it a boy pussy doesn't count because you know what? The thing is, a boy pussy is just a euphemism for the asshole. They want live dick. That's what they're looking for. And that's probably a factor why I got booted off Orange YouTube. Because enough people complaining, they're looking for femboy. The femboy is a very strict definition. Biological male trying to pass as female. When the skivvies come off, they want to see a live dick. They aren't getting that from you, and they got pissed. And you're making them look like idiots in their estimation. I don't care how many people, you're not, no, a lot of them were really pissed at you and made it a point to take your ass down. And they did. And that just sort of precipitated the whole thing going. You're putting out material that your fans really weren't going for. You look at the comparison, of the reaction the girl videos get to the femboy videos. Even going down, look at the pictures. on the pictures. You got some of each. Look at the ratio of likes on the blatant girl stuff versus the ones where you're sticking the dick in there. And I think you should notice a very big change. Very big difference there between those two. And also goes to your love-hate relationship. Well, not just hate relationship with your tits. Because they have done very well by you. And I know they're a pain in the ass. They're hurt. They're in the way. But welcome to female existence. Every woman who's ever existed, who's had a certain size of them, that's how they feel. They're hurt. They're a pain in the ass. Your clothes don't fit the way you want to fit. That's life. Okay? Doesn't make you a boy. Just means you got big tits. Okay? And frankly, in the scale of things, they aren't that big. Okay? They're pretty well sized for you. Most I do is, do a reduction of a lipo thing where you just, a couple incisions or suck it out and done. You won't even have to have any major scars. Just suck it down to maybe a C cup. And that you could probably afford. And again, minimal scarring. It would probably be, somewhere up in the armpit somewhere. You wouldn't have these big, massive things. You don't need to do much. Just down to a point where they're not hanging so much. But your business model really comes across in you having them, okay? Because no one's going to buy supposed girl content from you if there's no tits and obvious mastectomy scars. And there will be, obvious, because, you're a fair-skinned person, Indy, you will scar easily, okay? It will be obvious. There's no hiding it. And then there's not a surgeon on this planet that will be able to avoid it. Certainly nothing you could afford. But even then, it's like you go to the best one in Beverly Hills and there's still, there will be scars. And those, they have to relook at the nipples. And the size of your nipples, it's, we're talking serious scarring here. And the result, probably a lot of nerve damage here. It won't be a matter just you won't feel the tits. You won't feel anything. It would be numb. And again, your business will take a nosedive, actually a power dive. It's nosing over now. It will just, forget it, we're out. Because there's also the factor of, your old content, it's out there. It's out in the wild. Any number of different websites, you can find it and download it and don't have to pay a dime. There's no reeling that genie back in. That's been out for years. Okay, that's how you got started in Pornhub in the first place, because they were leaking your videos. So all you got to bank with now is new material. And if your new material is stuff nobody wants, then where are you? Okay? Because let's look at the numbers here. That website's running at $5,000 a month. I'm pretty sure that your apartment is not that much. Between $2,500 and $3,000 a month. So you're paying more for that website than you are for your fucking rent. Now, how long are your loyal, trusted friends who are backing you on this gonna be able to support you? Because like you said, one for Fansly, you'd be in debt right now. Well, they seem to be the major backers on Fansly. What happens when that's not enough? The way I see it now, you're going to end up having to shut this thing down for a while and probably have to move back home for a while, too, to regroup. And really just shut down all the expenses you can right now. Because I don't think even moving to a cheaper place, you'd have to go where you're not paying rent, or at least if it is a token amount, and probably take up a job with your folks, doing stuff. I'm sure they could use a graphic designer. In both of them. But I would rather you have to just go back home for a short time to regroup and then come back out swinging than have to go back home and live permanently because your career's destroyed, your health destroyed, and you're no longer the internationally acclaimed porn star. You're now the poor burned out stoner who's now having to work at Taco Bell. Because you screwed up your body, screwed up your health, and destroyed what business. Oh, yeah, didn't you used to be, you look like a girl I knew in high school. Oh, you are. What happened to you? I am trying to help you, Indy. Okay, I'm trying to help you keep your business, get a business thing going here. And you had a damn one going. You had a damn good one going there, and you have because you're pushing this thing here. And again, it's the tide is turning. You're going to realize at some point you've been sold a pig in a poke. This is shaping up to be the biggest medical hoax in history. Not the first one, mind you. Lobotomies were real big in the 40s for relatively minor shit. I mean, just anxiety and just feeling down or what? Have a lobotomy. It'll fix you right up. And we, produced a bunch of zombies. Why? Because doctors were making bank on those surgeries. I mean, they're still done today, but a little more finesse and much more, medical reasons to it. Not like they were back in the old days. Yeah, it's still a dirty word. Sure they call it something else in the industry, but yeah, the way I see it right now, you're going to have to put a pause on all this just to regroup and cut a bit away from all of this crap. Not just me, but also your idiot friends who are going psychopathic on everybody. It's like taking swings at people that have absolutely nothing to do with it. People who never even heard of you before are getting swipes at. And who the hell is this? Oh, I'm not feeling. Yeah, this is what happened here. And it's not playing well outside of indie world. Okay. So yeah, you need to. I think might have to put a pause on the website for a while. Because it's not bringing in the money. You have to figure out some way. I think, maybe just throwing this idea out there. I think, some modification with the old videos on there. Free to view, but have the option to download for a small price. That sort of thing. With the advantage being that you're getting the straight file. You're not getting some third-hand rip from Pornhub. You're getting it straight from you, and they're not getting that boom, boom, boom. You have to do all that. You're getting the high quality video straight from the creator. That sort of thing. Have that as the reason for why you're paying $5 for a download from you instead of going somewhere else and getting it for free. You're getting the better quality. The quality of the product and the source. Something like that. Cause you still got all those little picture sets up there. I'm not sure Fansly will be able to do much because again, you can't you can't do anything on Fans where you watch it. You can't download it. You can't do it for later. It's okay. Well, so you might want to again. Fansly may be keeping the thing afloat now, but it ain't gonna last forever. Especially with like these creeps are the only ones throwing in money. They may have a goal to make it totally dependent on you. Do you want to try and support Indy and the lifestyle to which she's become accustomed? How deep are your pockets, assholes? No, Indy, you're going to have to do some hard choices pretty soon here because you can't sustain this. Because I'm getting the feeling that the upcoming video, the Catboy made thing, it's like, that's not going to go over well, okay? If the Valentine's Day thing is another femboy thing, it's not going to go over, well, because we don't want to see that, okay? Not enough people want to see that crap or willing to pay for it. And the Valentine's Day, the benefit of just being, free at least on the thing. But like, when you keep trying to do this femboy stuff, that sheep cadet thing, that was regarded as the worst thing you ever done. And you've done some pretty cringy videos in the past here, so that's saying something here. There's some that's like, I don't want to see this. Cause, again, for the most part, nobody with any real conscience wants to see you being humiliated and degraded and abused. And that sheep boy thing, it's like, who the hell? It's like, I did that video. Anyone who enjoys this thing is psychotic. That's beyond just a rape. That's horrible. That's and again, also the fact that you're kind of lacking as far as the plot ideas go nowadays. A lot of stuff's unscripted, or if it is scripted, like who the hell thought this one up? So yeah, I think it's gonna be It's going to be hard choice this time. I know. It's a very nice apartment, okay? It's a very nice. But I think you might have to, start weighing some options here. I think you have to pull the plug on that website for a while until you figure out how to make it work. Anyway, I think charging a fee for downloads is probably a way to go with that. Because you don't necessarily want to sit on a website all damn day, watching the video. You want to download them and watch them in your own pleasure. So yeah, I think maybe some of the videos, depending on some of the older ones, maybe $2-3. The newer one, the longer form one, get the $5. You figure out the pricing. Which one would command better prices. But I think that would be the way to go on that. Is charge a small fee, a small thing for downloads, and that will start bringing in some bucks. I think. And just to compare it with the picture sets, how well they do. And that hopefully would be, justify uploading more. Because that's another thing. It's like, and obviously I'm getting through on some level because you're constantly saying, you'll get, more uploads are coming soon. There hasn't been a new upload on that site in at least a month. After you supposedly brought in a couple of, guy Dootin, whatever, to help with the uploads. And then when you did, it came to a screeching halt. Well, for that, was, these are a couple every day. Now it's like, no, there's no point even checking in anymore. Because, what's the point? There's nothing new. And again, it's all stuff. It's like you want to see that video. There's a half dozen different sites that have it, and you can download it on some of them. So you need to get something there to add a little value to going to your website. And that's going to take a while. And I think it's going to have to be pull the plug on it for a while until you figure out what's going on. And again, I wouldn't trust the people you're dealing with right now. I think your folks might have an idea to have some people they could talk to, or could refer you to, have a better idea of how to make a web business work. And granted, I don't think your folks would be that hot about you shooting videos in the house like the old days. But again, you've got tons of material to upload anyway right now. You need to probably find a hotel. But yeah, hard choices are coming here, and they're coming faster than you think. So I leave it to you to hopefully pull out your ass before the train comes rumbling down the tracks with you in its way. So, well, I'll talk at you later, kids.